All right, we're going to talk about bone health. We're going to talk about a couple case studies, how we help clients in this population. So let's talk about it in particular. So I've got two case studies dealing with bone health that we're going to talk about. The first one is a client that came in that actually broke their hip, which is technically they fractured the bone, the neck of the femur right here. Breaking this, you can die from a femur fracture, not to mention that this is something that's got to be addressed right away. So she was able to get into surgery. They put screws into her hip to stabilize it, and she recovered. Now, 59 years old, not in the population of standard osteoporosis. Typically, they look at 65. She was 59. This is a serious fracture. We'll talk about how we would train a client with this fracture. And then the second case study, we had a client come in, 77-year-old female, walking at church, tripped, was going to go into a brick wall, kind of contorted her body, and she actually fractured her pelvis, so broke her pelvis, and she broke her sacrum, right? Both clients, osteoporosis. Now the challenge is, what are they supposed to do, right? The challenge is, they should lift weights. I'm not saying they shouldn't, but where do we start with clients in this situation? Well, number one, we look at your posture. So if you come in as a client, we're going to be very systematic, whether you're the 59-year-old female with a hip fracture, so whether you're 59, whether you're 77, whether it's your hip, whether it's hip fracture, or whether it's your pelvis, whatever the case is, we're going to do a very detailed health history where we're going to look at your past exercise routines, your past injuries, and be very clear on what's going on with you specifically, because you may have some other areas of concern. Then we look at your posture. So we look at your posture photos, four photos to see alignment, to see how your body's compensating. We look at your shoulder tracking. We videotape your walking gait. Are you shuffling? Are you offsetting to one side? Is your balance off? Very important to know. Then we will look at potentially your squat. That may be a sit to stand. If you're having trouble squatting, we might put you in a chair, assist you, but we're seeing your ability to get up and down out of a chair. Very important. And then we do some other mini workout exercises if you are able to do those things. But what's really important to note is we want to look at your health history, your posture, your movement, your tight areas as mission critical step one before we do any kind of training. So once we get the snapshot frame of where your body is, then we are going to look at giving you customized corrective exercises, which we call wisdom movements, to work on improving your posture, work on your shoulders, hips, knees, and ankles, stacking vertically and horizontally, working on balance, not just balance in terms of standing on one foot, but balance in terms of symmetry, that your shoulders are level, that your hips are level, that you're symmetrical from side to side. Very important. And once we've done that, the joint range of motion is better, then we'll get into strength training. But we're not going to start with these two cases, depending on how post fracture they are. We may start very, very slow. We're starting potentially with body weight before we get to weights. We do want to do weights, but we don't want to start there. So we're doing body weight training, and it may be things as simple as doing a push-up assisted on a bar. We may be doing a very light lat pull down. We may be doing sit to stands and just working on your balance. We may be doing wall sits to work on your quad strength that's more controlled. And as you progress, we will improve and increase the intensity of what we're doing and lead into more strength, which is essentially what we want to do. We want to lift heavy eventually, but we're going to be very systematic. So especially if you're in that 59-year-old population, that 77-year-old, and they're both osteoporotic, so they're both having bone issues, we've got to get to strength, but we can't start there. We've got to be really smart at how we do it so that we can effectively strengthen those bones, get them stronger so that that person can be healthy and active for the rest of their life. So bone health, case studies, kind of some ways we go about training. Thanks for watching, everybody. I will see you in the next video.